Subscribe my channel Epic Curds. Leo Tolstoy, a Russian writer. Quotes. If you look for perfection, you will never be content. All happy families are alike. Each unhappy family is unhappy in its own way. Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing himself. It is amazing how complete is the delusion that beauty is goodness. I think if it is true that there are as many minds as there are heads, then there are as many kinds of love as there are hearts. Respect was invented to cover the empty place where love should be. He stepped down, trying not to look long at her, as if she were the sun, yet he saw her like the sun even without looking. We can know only that we know nothing, and that is the highest degree of human wisdom. If you want to be happy, be. Is it really possible to tell someone else what one feels? Spring is the time of plans and projects. In the name of God, stop a moment, cease your work, look around you. Nothing is so necessary for a young man as the company of intelligent women. When you love someone, you love the person as they are, or not as you would like them to be. Be bad, but at least don't be a liar, a deceiver. The two most powerful warriors are patience and time. Anything is better than lies and deceit. Wrong does not cease to be wrong because the majority share in it. All the variety, all the charm, all the beauty of life is made up of light and shadow. I always loved you, and if one loves anyone, one loves the whole person just as they are and not as one would like them to be. If everyone fought for their own convictions, there would be no war. Boredom, the desire for desires. The strongest of all warriors are these two, time and patience. Happiness does not depend on outward things, but on the way we see them. All great literature is one of two stories. A man goes on a journey or a stranger comes to town. There is no greatness where there is not simplicity, goodness and truth. It's much better to do good in a way that no one knows anything about it. The best stories don't come from good versus bad, but good versus good. If you love me as you say you do, she whispered, make it so that I am at peace. True life is lived when teeny changes occur. It's hard to love a woman and do anything. You can love a person dear to you with a human love, but an enemy can only be loved with divine love. But the law of loving others could not be discovered by reason because it is unreasonable. I often think that men don't understand what is noble and what is ignorant, though they always talk about it. Love those you hate you. He felt now that he was not simply close to her, but that he did not know where he ended and she began. If we admit that human life can be ruled by reason, then all possibility of life is destroyed. He was afraid of defeating the love which filled his soul. To get rid of an enemy, one must love him. Not one word, not one gesture of yours shall I ever forget. We are asleep until we fall in love. I simply want to live, to cause no evil to anyone but myself. Everything I know because of love. All the diversity, all the charm, and all the beauty of life are made up of light and shade. Which is worse, the wolf who cries before eating the lamb, or the wolf who does not? Because of the self confidence with which he had spoken, no one could tell whether what he said was very clever or very stupid. Everything intelligent is so boring. Music is the shorthand of emotion. How can one be well when one suffers morally? To tell the truth is very difficult, and young people are rarely capable of it. Every heart has its own skeletons. Human science fragments everything in order to understand it, kills everything in order to examine it. It's all God's will. You can die in your sleep, and God can spare you in battle. Everything depends on upbringing. Thanks for watching the video.